I thought the judges fucked up. It's like, how do you guys like? How does one judge even give Moreno all those rounds? And it was like,
It was a 49
I
46. That was puzzling.
yeah, yeah, I scored at 4-1, and I was in the crowd, like, and the crowd's clearly a Mexico crowd, so it's like that sways you a little bit. But from an outsider's perspective and just watching it, I was like, I thought Moreno won round two. I think you could give him round two. The other rounds, I was like, I don't know, but 3-2 at the very least. So two judges got it right for sure. I scored at 4-1, but that being said, is it could have been 3-2 also.
You were obviously the backup fighter. What have you been told, Brandon? Have you been assured that you are next? Uh, Now, are we possibly going to get Moreno Pantoja? Do you have to wait even more? Where are we now, and what have you been told?
I haven't been told necessarily anything. As far as my management team goes, he's like, I'm pretty positive you're next. Who else? Which is pretty dope because me and Moreno have the same management team. Um, yeah, but he was like, I don't know who else could be next because Amir Albazi lost his last fight, if we're being honest. And then you could get Brandon Moreno the rematch, but the series is 3-0. And then, like I was talking to your partner, like your partner beforehand, is like, if you go round by round and you like score like what the series of the rounds are, is like you might be able to give Moreno 2 rounds out of the whole entire series, And it's like other than that, Pantoja's beat him. What is it, 8 rounds compared to those, or like 7 rounds compared to that? It's like 7-2. It's like as far as rounds go, but it's a 3-0 shutout as far as fights go, and it's like I don't know how we could argue a rematch, and I didn't really think that fight was that close, as far as like if you go round by round and all that too. It's like Moreno landed some big shots and he had a lot of great moments, and it was a great fight. Those guys did awesome, and it was like what a war, and it was cool. But from my perspective, is there was a clear winner, and then from my perspective of scouting opponents, is like that was a sloppy fight between both of them. Like it was like y'all could have not even trained for that fight. It just looked like a bar brawl to me, like in my opinion, and then some good grappling exchanges. So
Do you
there was
see
some good
holes with
stuff.
both guys, Brandon? Do you see places or spots where you could have success against both fighters? Obviously, understanding you've been there or in there already with both, but did you see holes in their games?
Yeah, yeah, for sure. There's holes all over all their games. It's even from the first round. It was like this turned into like it wasn't sloppy for like it didn't start getting sloppy at round 4 or 5. It got sloppy in the first minute of the round, and I was like, oh shit. I was like, this is how they're coming, and I'm like, all right, like I already knew how I was going to approach the fighting just because I was preparing to fight both those guys anyways. But that being said, is watching them fight, I'm like, damn, this could be great for me. They could be walking into some dangerous shots, and they're putting themselves in dangerous positions. And like I said, there's a lot of intel and a lot of things I could gain from that. And the most important thing I could gain is that I know I could beat both those guys.
Ideally, when would you like to get in there, Brandon? When is the ideal date, month or so for a title shot?
Ideally, I kind of heard a little bit of rumors that they're going to have a UFC Denver in November for the 30th anniversary, and
Nice.
I don't know if that's true, but if that is true, and even if it's a fight night, I'm like, damn, put me on that card. I Yeah, that would be the sweetest thing possible for me. That being said, is Madison Square Garden, wherever, man, wherever Pantoja wants to be at for that title fight, that's where I'll be at. I'll fight Rio, I'll fight wherever.
Yeah.
So yeah, whenever he's ready, I'm ready.
If Pantoja's watching this, obviously understanding he's enjoying his moment right now, but anything that you say to him as his likely next opponent?
Oh, you just fucking awesome job, man. Honestly, I like sometimes it's like some guys I want to talk shit to, but it's like the moments I've had with Pantoja outside the cage have been such beautiful moments, and that guy's such a good person. And same thing with Moreno is like you want to hate some of these guys, and it's like I want to fucking and it's like
Yeah.
when the bell rings, nothing's off limits for sure. But what a beautiful moment, man! And to watch him win and to watch his family go in and to hear him say what he said was such a beautiful, inspiring moment in my life. And it was like, wow, like that was really cool, and I cherish that for him. And I'm so happy he's a champion right now. And I was so happy not to only be there and witness it, but just to just hear what he had to say afterwards. And I wish that man nothing but success. But that being said, is and me and him are up next for the belt. He better be holding that tight because that shit's coming back to Denver by the end of the year.
Last thing for you, do you when you're watching him go through this moment and accomplishing what he has wanted for his entire life, or at least since he got into fighting, do you put yourself in that position and say like, man, I am one fight away from that being me?
100%, man. Every time I think every time I've watched like Leon Edwards when he won, the girl that beat Shevchenko, I'm forgetting her name, but it was Brandon Moreno when he won the belt the first time. It was just like those are some of the most beautiful moments ever, you know. And it's like I know that because I've dreamt of those moments, you know, and I'm dreaming of these moments and I'm manifesting these moments and I want these moments to happen in my life. So when I see someone else accomplish it and make it happen in their life, it's like so beautiful and it's so fucking great. And to see Pantoja has been fighting all the hardest fights outside the flyweight division, and then to go out there and win the belt finally was so pretty. Like it's so fucking beautiful. And to watch his family go in there and his wife go in there, and it's like, damn, I just wish I had a wife and kids by the time this title fight comes.
Well,
Because
you
like
got a
I
few
want,
months. You got a few months.
I know how I gotta get one of these online wives or something like that because I want to create that moment myself. You know what I'm saying? And to watch him
Yeah.
do that, and to watch his kids break down, and to watch his kids
Yeah.
see their dad's dream come true and change their lives altogether was so cool, man, and so inspiring and motivational, man. And it's like as dumb as it sounds, it's like to watch him win that it was more motivation to kick his ass because I want that for myself. And it's like, God, yeah, it was so beautiful, man, and I was just happy to be there.